See, a lot of you guys want things, but who's willing to put in the time and energy to actually make it a reality? That's the difference. See, this business takes effort. It's not the most complex thing in the world like we always talk about. It's a simple business, but it does take work ethic. It does take ambition. You got to go out there and get it. People are going to tell you no. It's part of the process. It's okay. Not everyone's going to think like you. Is that okay? Because if everyone thought like you, we'd all be poor. Hey, there's a reason why 3% of the world owns 97% of the world's wealth. They think a little differently, correct? They're different than the average person, correct? In this room, we think a little differently than the average person, correct? Okay? That's what we do. So understand, because someone tells you no, it's not that they're a bad person. They just don't think like you. Be happy for them. In a few years, you could hire them at a business. That's it. That's how the world works. So you guys got to understand your situation and where you're going. The reason you're not at your goal yet, and I always tell people this all the time, is because you truly do not believe it's possible yet. Does that make sense? You are not where you want to be yet because you do not believe it could actually become reality. You are lacking a sense of belief. And there are two factors of belief in what we do. Belief in yourself and belief in the business. Who believes in themselves in this room? Liars. Man, if you guys all believed in yourself, you'd be way farther along. How are we going to change that? How do we change your belief? Anybody know? That's a factor. Okay. Would you guys agree that humans are very, very emotional creatures? Okay, we do things based on our feelings. That's why humans put themselves in bad positions all the time. They're emotional creatures. Oh man, that girl, I'm gonna marry that one. 2 years later, man, that wasn't the right one. They were emotional to the situation. They weren't thinking logically of like, where are we going to be in 10 years if this thing, goes as planned? Where are we going to put ourselves as a family? They're thinking about right now. And that's the same thing with humans with the instant gratification. They're thinking about right now. See, the reason I had success in this business was I was thinking years and years into the future. Right now, like you guys are excited to be at this event. I'm thinking the event next year with 5 times the amount of people. That's what I'm thinking about. So you guys are like, man, I got 50 people on my team here. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh, okay, if I got 50, you want 500 at the next one. Like that's how you guys want to be thinking. So I've never lived in the present. I've always been living in the future. I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's how I've been able to develop this business. When I got involved at 18 years old, I'm going to tell you, I didn't know anything about business, entrepreneurship, nothing. I was a college student athlete. I knew how to play baseball. Okay, it was something I was good at. Grew up doing it my whole life. Got involved in this industry. I knew nothing. That's another big thing. Some of you think you know something. No, you know nothing, and you'll get ahead a lot farther. Okay? Be a student. Be soaking up the information, learning. When your mentor says something, don't say, why are we doing that? If they tell me to jump, I don't say, why am I jumping? I say, no, how high are we jumping? Okay? That's the mentality you want to approach this business with. So when I got involved, I knew nothing. I knew it takes time to develop skills. Doesn't it take time to develop skills? Did Kobe become Kobe in one day? Did MJ become MJ in one day? See, some of you right now, you do something once. For example, if you've never played basketball right now in this room, and we went, let's just take a foul shot, right? We took a foul shot. You're probably going to be bad at shooting foul shots, correct? But if I locked you in the gym every single day and said you got to take 1,000 foul shots before you leave, you guys think in a couple of months you'll be pretty good at shooting foul shots? That's the same way this business works. Some of you guys are trying it once. You're not having the success that you want. Guys, realize you don't have the skills yet. You got to do it multiple times to sharpen that blade, right? You do it a few times, you're going to get a lot better at it. So the key for me was understanding I knew nothing, understanding it took time to develop skills, but not stopping the activity. Because I became a logical thinker, not an emotional thinker. And that's how you're going to become wealthy. You got to understand, you might not be where you want to be right now. But if I consistently stick to the plan, stick to the routine, I'm going to get where I want to go. And that's what most people can't do. You guys know social media today is a great tool, but it's also the worst thing for society. Why? Oh, new thing. Look how this person's living. I got to be living like them tomorrow. Boom. Distraction, 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 distraction. You're never going to get to your goals if you can't stay focused and committed to something. See, when I joined at 18, after the first few months, I went to my first real event, something like this. Is this powerful, guys? Could this be duplicated on a Zoom call? No. Why? Zoom calls could give you information. You could get educated. But what does an event do? It gives you an emotional feeling, right? You get an experience that cannot be duplicated. You cannot go home and go tell Susie, Sally, and Mike about this event and they get the same experience. It's impossible. They had to be here to witness it. Okay? And as humans, those things trigger us. So guess what? I knew what was going on in the business I was a part of. I didn't understand that there could be a career path. I was making some money using the service. That's what I was doing. I went to my first event. You guys heard from a lot of different speakers over the last 2 days, correct? Different age groups, ethnicities, cultures, male, female. You've heard a lot of different types of people, correct? What do they all have in common? They're all making it in this business. So guess what? I went to an event like this. I thought I was one of the cool guys in the back of the room, sitting like this. Okay? My first event. I'm sitting back there. I'm 18 years old. I'm like, that guy's doing this? That girl's doing this? I could do this. Right? That's all I needed. And guess what? That day, I also really started understanding residual income. Do you guys know what residual income is? Okay? This business specifically, I've been building it the last 9 years. 9 years, not 9 days, not 9 minutes like some of you, okay? 9 years, every single day doing it, okay? Some of the efforts I put in 9 years ago are still paying me today. Is that pretty cool? Okay? Isn't it cool that you could put effort into something today that could potentially pay you many years into the future when you stop doing it? That's a cool concept. Most people in this room and most people in the world, what do they have to do? They have to show up to get paid. Like I always say, homework, homework, home. It's tiresome doing homework every day. Homework gets old, okay? But if you could put energy into something and really develop it and really work it, it can pay you when you stop doing it. Isn't it nice to know a consistent check's coming every single Friday? Hey, and guess what? When you get that check to a level where it's surpassing your cost of living, now you got that additional money every single week to invest. That's how you get ahead in life. Okay? The average American, they're spending that check before it even comes. That's how it goes. It's a never ending. You guys know 3 out of 4 Americans live paycheck to paycheck. There's a reason for it. They don't understand money. What are we doing on our platform? We're teaching people about money. We're teaching people about financial education. Go turn on the news, guys. They ain't never going to talk about money. They're going to talk about race, this, that, Susie, Sally. They're going to talk about anything to distract you from what they're trying to do. Every country in the world is the same. The U.S. is the same as every other country in the world. What do the people in charge care about? Money and power. That's it. You don't have to worry about anything else. Once you understand how the world works, you can actually make money in this world and be successful in this world. But you got to understand the game to win the game. Some of you right now don't understand the game that you're playing. You don't understand what's going on, so you can't take advantage of these opportunities. I'm going to tell you, in this business initially, it's a lot of work to get this business going, but it's extremely powerful. I love giving this example. I gave it the other night at the VIP session. In network marketing, when you start, you're overworked and you're underpaid. What does that mean? You work. Okay, I finally got some money. I got paid. Then I work. Okay, I got paid. Work, I got paid. Then it becomes work, get paid. Work, get paid. Then it's like work, paid. Then it goes work, paid. Who likes getting paid? That's how this business works, okay? But most of you will never get to that point because you don't understand what it takes to get to that point. They say the last 10% of the effort is where all the financial gain comes. Are you going to get there? Okay? What do you need to do to change your belief so your activity is much higher to get there much faster? Think about it right now. I just really want you guys to think about this. Because the only reason you're not working hard right now is because you don't understand what it could do for you. Trust me, there's some guys and some girls in this room that work extremely hard because they know what it could do for them. Guys, I've been experiencing residual income from this profession for the last decade. Okay? It is powerful. I understand what it can do. That's why I work every single day so hard. Some of you right now, you get home from your job, right? You have a long day. Nick was just saying this. You got the long day, right? You come home and you're just like, I want to rest, I want to chill. Okay? Because you don't believe that extra hour a day of work is worth it. Okay? You don't understand that extra hour a day could eventually get you out of all those hours every day. But you have that mentality where it's like, you know, I'm just getting by. And most of you in this room, let's be honest, Americans, they all want more, but they're very content. They're very content. All of you guys have a TV, correct? All of you guys have AC, correct? You guys have the basic amenities of life, all of you. We call them basic amenities in America. Those are some unique amenities in some countries, right? Okay? But you take it for granted. So yes, you do want more, but you're very content with your situation. That's why you're not working for more. You guys have to understand why you're doing this. What's the plan? See, me personally, when I got involved in this industry at 18 years old, I wanted to make some extra money. I was a college athlete. I didn't have bills. I didn't have all these other things that a lot of people have. I was so young at 18. But I was like, man, if I could get a new car, that would be nice. If I could have a few extra dollars in my pocket, that would be nice. But my why has evolved over time. What happens when you hit that goal? What if your goal right now is to retire your parents? Or retire your grandparents? Or create time and financial freedom for yourself and your family? What happens when you accomplish your goal? Are you just going to stop? Got to create a new why, right? Your why actually evolves over time. People don't talk about this often. They always talk about why. You need a why. You need a why. If you accomplish your why, what are you going to do? The why has to evolve with you. So today, my drive is not the same drive that I had at 18 years old for the same things. The drive's the same, but it's a different thing that I'm going for. Okay? Today, I want to make iGenius a household name in the network marketing industry. You guys like that? That's what I want to do. Okay? I want to create tens of thousands of success stories around the world on our platform. It's something that I want to do. Because I remember me being 18 years old. I never heard about network marketing in my life. You guys think I grew up saying, I want to become a professional network marketer? What? I didn't even know what network marketing was. Got introduced to it at 18 years old, and I'm like, we sell this stuff? Do we go door to door? How does this thing work? I had no idea what network marketing was, okay? But I got around the right people that knew what was going on. Right now, some of you guys, you're hanging out with people that are telling you your business is a scam. Yep. Why are you hanging out with those people? Like, why? Ask yourself that right now. Guess what I did? At 18 years old, I was the smartest guy in my friend group, by far. By far. Guys, I'm telling you, by far. By 19 years old, I was the dumbest guy in the friend group, by far. Okay? But what happened? When I got around people that were better than me, it rubbed off on me. Your law of association is everything. You get around millionaires, guess what? You become a millionaire. You get around 5 broke people, you're going to be the 6th. It's not hard. You know those stories your parents tell you when you're a little kid? Like, you're a little kid, they're like, don't hang out with those kids, you're going to get in trouble. Those simple little principles of life that you learn as an infant is literally how your life works. That's literally how life is. So you guys want to be successful, you come to events like this. You get around the people in your organization that are doing things. Not the talkers, the doers. Okay, in this business, don't talk about it, be about it. I don't care about what rank you're going to hit in the next year. Go hit the rank, then you could talk. Okay? Go hit it. And guess what, guys? At the end of the day, we haven't accomplished anything. For those of you in the room that think we've accomplished something, we've accomplished nothing. We are just getting warmed up. You guys remember Atlanta? Okay? This is less than 6 months ago. This is the end of February this year. Okay? We had half the amount of people in the room. Okay? Okay, half the amount that we have here today in less than 6 months. What does that mean? That means some of us are out there doing our job, right? Where is this room going to be in the next 6 months? Okay? Where's it going to be in the next year? The next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? That's how I'm looking at this thing. Okay? That's why I'm going to win. People know I'm going to figure it out with or without you. You want to come for the ride, it's going to be very enjoyable. Some guys have been with me 6 and 7 years. It's been an enjoyable ride. Because we know what we're doing. We know how this thing works, but you got to execute the plan. We're going to be executing it every single day. Never getting satisfied, of course, being grateful and happy for what we've been able to create, but we want to change more people's lives. We want to educate more people. We want to take this company to levels that these network marketing companies don't go. That's what we want to do here. So you guys got to know why you're doing this, what we're doing it for, and how we're actually going to do it all together. If you guys put that together, those things come, a lot of success is going to happen. I love what Nick just did as well. It's not about what team you're in. I don't care what you call yourselves. Trust me, my organization has like 48 different team names. It's like this team, that team, this team. You know, people in blue, people in red, people in orange. Hey, right? Hey. There's a bunch of organizations here, right? Everyone has their own thing. We love them all, but guess what? What are we all? How do we get to $1 billion? You're not going to do it being these little groups that are out. We got to do it as a community. See, the one thing that I always did, and Alex said it when he was up here speaking, I don't care which team you're on. I don't care what rank you are. If you got a question, you need help, you reach out. I do Zoom calls, 30-minute Zoom calls with people that just signed up in random organizations. It ain't going to benefit me today. But guess what? That relationship 5 years from now, that person could be one of the top earners in this entire company. That's how I'm looking at the business. Okay? So that's what you guys got to start doing. Some of you right now, you're like, I'm only allocating time to my profit leg because that's where I make my money. Well, trust me, your profit leg, your power leg, they're both small legs. They're both little things. Okay? What happens when the company's doing $100 million a month in sales? Okay? Look down the road because your big leg right now in this business is going to flip eventually to be your small leg. It's going to happen. And it's going to go back and forth through the years. So don't take your eye off the people that deserve your time. Okay? Some of you right now, the reality is you're like, oh, this guy's doing well or this girl's doing well. I'm going to try to help the people that aren't doing well. That is the completely wrong approach to this business. You give your time to the people that deserve your time, not the people that need your time. The people putting in the energy and effort every single day, go run with those people. Yes, it might not be paying you today. But guys, if you're a millionaire in 3 years, do you really care? That's how you need to think. That's how this thing works. So I don't care which organization you're in, whose team, my big leg, strong, weak leg, whatever. I'm going to run with the runners and I'm going to make this thing happen. That is why each and every single year for the last decade, my organization got bigger. For 10 straight years, it got bigger. It didn't matter who joins the company, who quits the company. Because I'm going to spend my time with the people that deserve my time. I'm going to show them what to do, and we're going to build something extremely powerful together. That is what we're doing at iGenius. Okay? So if you guys are on that same mission as I'm on, we're going to be going to the top together. And guess what? Going to the top together is a lot funner than going alone, correct? Okay? There's people I've been able to meet all over the world in this business. For this company, I tell you guys, I've traveled to over 60 countries around the world for this business. Crazy, right? Translators on stages, that's always scary, okay? I can tell you guys, one time I'm in Brazil, and this translator, I just say, hey, nice to meet you guys, I hope you're doing well. Look over, the guy speaks for like 7 minutes. You don't know what the guy is saying, okay? Then I start speaking, and you're like, okay, he's probably translated. I get off the stage, I go, what was that like whole intro thing? I wanted to tell them a little bit about me. You're the translator, man. You got paid to translate. Okay? I'm just telling you, it's wild, okay? But at the end of the day, guys, your success will happen when you start taking the initiative to make it happen. You're going to have mistakes. Things are not always going to go as planned. It's part of it. You're going to have events and no one shows up. You're going to try to sell a product and people are going to say no. It's all good. Like I said earlier, not everyone thinks like you. That's why they're not going to live like you. That's the mentality you guys have to have. So I'm extremely excited about what we have going on this platform, how we're impacting tens of thousands of lives around the world.